When he arrives, he was surprised to see the strange behavior of all the women. All the women were lying together without any clothes and passing an object from one to another. Seeing this strange thing, he gets scared and runs back home. After a few hours, the mothers get back to home and start showering, and Nicholas curiously watches her mother showering without getting caught, and he noticed suckers on her back which he never saw before. Hi, so today I'm going to explain the movie named Evolution, released in 2015, having the IMDb rating as 5.9. It's a French horror thriller movie and you need to have a little strong heart for any horror movie, so be careful. So this movie has three main characters, the young sicky boy Nicholas and his mother and the nurse Stella from the hospital who genuinely loved Nicholas. One night at home, Nicholas is given these strange looking slimy meals for supper and then a dose of medication. When Nicholas asked his mother about the sickness he is getting medication for, then she explained that in this Iceland, young people like Nicholas need treatment to stay healthy and strong because bodies of young changes and weaken as they grow up. One day, Nicholas' mother takes him to a hospital for regular checkup. At the hospital, a doctor injects something into Nicholas' stomach. Then Nicholas' mother kisses on his forehead and left the hospital by saying that he has to stay in the hospital for one night. Later that night, Nicholas finds himself in a ward with many boys having same kind of medication. He starts conversation with a boy near to his bed and starts questioning what sickness they are having. As per the schedule, Nicholas got discharged from the hospital next day. After coming back from the hospital, he begins to suspect his mother and the nurses of having lied to him. That's why he and his friend Victor sneak out in the middle of the night to observe what all the mothers of the Iceland are doing in the night. However, when they started following the mothers, Victor got scared and runs back home, but Nicholas continued his way in order to discover the truth. When he arrives, he was surprised to see the strange behavior of all the women. All the women were lying together without any clothes and passing an object from one to another. Seeing this strange thing, he gets scared and runs back home. After a few hours, the mothers get back to home and start showering, and Nicholas curiously watches her mother showering without getting caught, and he noticed suckers on her back which he never saw before. Next day, they visit hospital again, and by ultrasonic, Nicholas' mother hears a heartbeat of something from Nicholas' stomach, which appears to be a fetus, which is the result of the early injection made in the early scene in this movie. By that, they understood it is the time to take out the fetus from the stomach. So Nicholas is then taken into a room to stay and wait for the surgery. There were many children, including his best friend Victor, in the room. Later that night, Victor was operated on, and a creature is taken out of his stomach and put it in a jar. Victor died because of something wrong happened during the operation. In the morning, not seeing Victor, Nicholas asked about him, but the nurse lies him and tells him that Victor is recovering. In the hospital, one of the nurses named Stella started to like Nicholas, and soon they become friends. They secretly started talking and drawing sketches together. That night, Stella takes Nicholas down to the sea and shows him the suckers on her back. Then Stella takes him into the water. Because of those suckers, Stella could breathe underwater, but Nicholas could not, so he passes out after a while. Then Stella takes him out and revives him with CPR. Then they goes back to the hospital. Later that night, Nicholas sneaks into another room and he sees a boy lying on the bed in that room. When Nicholas approaches the boy and touches his stomach, he feels some movement inside. Then the boy forces him to press the belly. When Nicholas does that, the boy starts vomiting. Getting scared, Nicholas runs away and enters a different room. And here he sees a boy floating in a tank. Just after that, a nurse caught him and taken for final surgery. After surgery, he kept inside the same tank he saw before with two babies. When he restrains and sees this, he faints out of fear. Then in the next scene, we can see Stella takes him out of the hospital to save him. She takes him into the water again, but this time she keeps supplying oxygen by pressing her mouth to his. After a while, they end up in a small boat floating away from the Iceland. She keeps a bottle of drinking water and slips back into the sea. Presumably, she gets back to the Iceland. Nicholas stays on the boat and by nightfall finds himself approaching the harbor of a major city. And that's the ending of the movie. So here what could we understand by watching this movie? In the movie, we can see no adult men or young girls exist in the Iceland. Actually, the women of this Iceland are not normal human. They have sucker on their back, which indicates they are humanoid water-based life form and can breathe underwater too. As there is no adult humanoid male exist in this island, the sexual reproduction was not possible. But somehow they found a way to reproduce. They create zygote externally and place them in the belly of a young boy. And these boys are kidnapped from city where real human lives. So after few days inside the body of the belly, zygote creates fetus. And during this time all the nutrition are being provided from the boy's body. And that's why we can see in the movie that the boys are being provided special food and medication to prepare them to host the fetus. So until one point this fetus grows inside the belly of the boy, and after that they takes out the fetus from the belly of the boy by surgery, and this surgery is very risky. If the boy survives, they will be kept inside a tank with the fetus connected with their body to let the fetus grow externally. And we also have seen the naked women lying together, writhing around the mud and passing an object from one to another. This is kind of birth reproduction ritual which makes them to produce zygote, and that object was a young baby. So that's it for this video guys, and I'm really sorry for the bad pronunciation and the accent, but I'm really working hard on it to make it perfect for you. So please keep supporting me by liking this video and staying connected by subscribing this channel. So thank you for watching this video. See you soon in the next video. Goodbye.